Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and today I wanted to share with you my cruelty-free and vegan makeup favorites for 2017. These are the products that I use the most throughout 2017. So let's get to it because there's a lot. When it comes to primer, the primer that I use the most is the 100% Pure Luminous Primer. This one is hydrating and it also gives your skin a little glow. I love that it comes with a pump. I just put it between my fingers and I spread it all over my face, and I kind of use it like a serum, so I just like tap it into my face, and as you can see it gives my skin a real natural glow. But it's also really hydrating, so I do bring it down to my neck. It's the first step going onto my skin, so I would like it to be as natural as possible. If you have normal to dry skin, I think you might like this. Oily skin, you're gonna hate it. I hope you can't hear that bird. I thought I'd leave the window open for some air, but if you guys know me at all, I love using different foundations for different reasons, and because for the first half of the year I still was doing makeup on clients, I had a plethora of foundations to use. The foundation that I reach for the most is the Hourglass foundation stick. So this color is going to be too light for me because I have gone about 3 shades darker during the summer. But the reason why I loved this foundation so much throughout 2017 is because it is so good for dry skin, but it is so quick and easy. It has beautiful medium to full coverage. I would say full actually. I'm just going to use this Becca stick foundation in Treacle. The reason why I'm using this is the Hourglass one is too light. Try to balance it out somehow. This shade I used to use as a bronzer. This is the foundation brush that I used the most this year, and it is so nice and soft. I like it because it isn't too dense. It's still very soft. You can use this with a powder. Oh, who's calling me? That was the postman. I ordered a cordless vacuum and it just came. So, alright, so this brush, I like the fact that, as you can see, it just blends your foundation so flawlessly. You can still see the primer underneath my skin. It's still giving me a lot of luminosity. This stick foundation is beautiful for dry skin, and the color, the shade range, is perfect if you've got warm undertones. For most of the year I'm the color beige. This year I've been using the Hourglass Soft Brow Sculpting Pencil. My shade is in Soft Brunette. However, when I've done makeup workshops this year, and I've done a few, I've actually used this on most women and they seem to love it. If you use a light hand, the color can work on blonde hair, and if you use a darker hand, then the color can work on darker brows. But they do have a really good shade range anyway. I just like Soft Brunette because it's a really ashy brown color, and most of the year my hair was grey. Because it's a triangular shape, it's actually really quick to use and it fits my brow size really well. For precision, I use the Models Prefer Luxury Brow Powder Liner. So this one I use on the ends of my brows, and I like to go in and create a more defined tail. And I like to take the Hourglass spoolie and then I just brush the hairs up. This year I've just really enjoyed having brows that aren't too defined, a little more natural looking. I just like them to look slightly thicker. So as brow gel, if I'm not using soap brows, so if I have time for soap brows, I love doing soap brows. But otherwise I will use the ColourPop brow gel because it really mimics the effect that soap brow gives you. It really lets my hairs just stick up there. The only thing is it does leave a little bit of a white residue, which is why I go in with the Hourglass spoolie, and I just brush out the white residue. This brow gel is so good, it'll hold the brows in place all day. I've been really enjoying the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, but I've also been enjoying the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer Cream. This one I use in the winter because it's way more brightening. It's just the colour. This colour is M25 Warm. But since I'm darker, I've been using the ColourPop Golden 40. I actually use it as an eyelid primer and also as a concealer. And to blend out the concealer, my favorite is this sponge. It's from Real Techniques. The reason why I like this sponge is that it is so soft. It's so perfect for the eye area. It blends out everything perfectly. It's a bit too wet right now, but when I use this concealer to prime my eyelids, I don't want to use like a brush that's too harsh. I haven't tried the Beauty Blender version of this, so you guys let me know if you've liked it, if it works for you, and if it's worth the money. Because I like the Real Techniques complexion sponge, I thought I'd give these a go, and I really do like them. The thing to note about this concealer is that it does go like a teeny bit darker on me. It still brightens a little bit, but it doesn't give you that really dramatic highlighty effect. But guys, this sponge, it's so worth the money. If you buy it from Australia, get it from iHerb. I'll link it in the description box. Most of the year, my most used eyeshadow palette is the Nude Mattes by Paula's Choice. This one is also a kit staple. As soon as I discovered the ColourPop Yes Please palette, guys, this is like the perfect palette. The great thing about ColourPop is they are cruelty free, and their shipping to Australia is free if you spend over $50, I think it is. They have a really good vegan list, so you just basically search up whatever eyeshadow shade you want and they will tell you if it's not vegan. I searched up all these colors and they're vegan. I use Champs all over my lid. Then I use Bling just closer to the brow bone. This sets the concealer that I laid down earlier, and it's just going to help everything blend really well. I also really enjoy the Real Techniques 203 eyeshadow brush. I've also been loving using the Delium Tool eye brushes. I'm using the 777 brush to lay down that really nice warm brown color, and I'm just putting it just on the corners of my eyes. As you can see, it's very pigmented, so you definitely need to tap your brush to get rid of the excess product, otherwise you will have fallout. But I haven't found it to be that problematic, to be honest. I find ColourPop eyeshadows generally just really easy to blend. So I'll lay down that color, then I'll flip the brush to the other side, and I'm going to use this really dark chocolatey brown. It's got like a purpley undertone to it. Lay that on top. And then with this 785 brush from Delium Tools, I'm going to take this medium brown color, tap it out, and then blend everything together. Sometimes these shadows are so easy to blend, seriously. Sometimes I even just use my fingers. When I've gone on holiday, I just use my fingers and it's usually fine. I like to take this really pretty color called Mischief with the 781 Delium Tools brush, run it under my eyes. When I traveled to Asia at the beginning of the year, I noticed that Asians really love putting shimmer shadows underneath their eyes, and I think it does make a really good effect. Then while I'm at it, I use the gold shade for the inner corners. There's not one shade from this palette that I don't like, really. For a pop of color on the lids, I know everybody's crazy about the Stila Magnificent Metals, but I've been loving the Australis Metallics eyeshadow in Pearl Jammin. I mean, guys, It is so metallic, it is so pretty, and it's really affordable as well. Now the best way to use this is with your fingers, but when I want more precision, I'll use like a really tiny synthetic brush like this Real Techniques one. I still like the intensity when I use my fingers. I just really like the precision of a brush because I got fat fingers. Australis is an awesome, affordable Australian brand that is cruelty free, and so many of their products are vegan. I love the shimmer that it gives your lids. I mean, look at that. When I use that shadow, I do tend to like to put a ColourPop metallic shadow on top because I find that these, it gives off a more powdery finish, so it's like more of a, how would you explain it? Like it won't crease as much or move around your lids as much as the Australis ones, but it's not as metallic-y, so I like to use the Australis as a base and then the ColourPop shadow on top, and usually it will keep the metallic, but it will just give me that more powdery effect of an eyeshadow. I've also been loving the Super Shock eyeshadows, all the metallic finishes I really love. This one is Get Lucky. I have no idea why I can't find the Eye of Horus eyeliner that I've been using, so I had to go through my stash and get a new Eye of Horus eyeliner because I love this pencil so much. I always have a backup of it. It looks like this. This is the black one, and I love this one for tight lining. Like seriously, jet black, doesn't smudge, all that kind of good stuff. And I've been loving tight lining just like really subtly. You can see the difference. Geez, the birds are really loving my place today. They're like singing for me. And then I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm gonna curl my lashes and we'll get on to mascara. Majority of this year I've been loving the Perez waterproof mascara. Now I put this on first because I like how it holds my curl. I had lash extensions from November because I went on a tropical holiday where I was swimming every day, and I love getting lash extensions for that reason. But the majority of the year I haven't had lash extensions, and I've just been using mascara, and this mascara is a really good one. It's all natural as well. It doesn't irritate my eyes. Then for lengthening, I've been loving the Arbonne mascara. This one is so good for length. It doesn't irritate my eyes. It definitely is not waterproof, but it's water resistant to the point where humid days I don't find that it smudges on me. I haven't worn this while crying, I don't think so. I don't really know if it's tear proof. Sometimes when I build it up, I don't even feel like wearing false lashes. That's how much I like the lengthening effects of this mascara, because you know me in the past, I never went anywhere without false lashes, but this year I've been okay with it when I wear this mascara. I just kind of feel like it does a decent job lengthening and separating the lashes. It makes them look so much longer. I feel like they must have fibers or something in them. Because I'm really extra, guys, the mascara that I use on my bottom lashes is the Pixie by Petra one. And the reason why I love this one is the wand is so small, as you can see. And I find that it's the only mascara wand that is comparable to the Clinique one that I used to use. I used to use the Clinique mascara made for the under eyes, and it was just as tiny as this, but this one is a little thinner, which I actually like better than the Clinique one. It's not as smudge proof on my eyes as the Clinique formula though, so I do find that by the end of the day I do have to sort of be mindful and wipe off some smudges. But I don't mind that actually, because it's really easy to use. It's getting so hot all of a sudden. It was like really cool weather in the morning. But I'm gonna powder up now. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in medium. This is such a finely milled powder, and I've actually loved using an eyeshadow brush. This is another one from Delian Tools, and I just put it on, tap some powder off, and I like to set my under eyes. I like to set around my nose. This powder is just so microfine, it never really cakes up during the day. I just really love using it to set my face. And I also use it on clients, and most of them love it too. I've always loved highlighting, right? There's so many favorites that I've had this year. If you want a really natural daytime glow, this is for the days that I don't wear makeup, I'll use this Scout Cosmetics Illuminate powder. It's natural ingredients as well. But the highlight that I use when I go out is this one. I have to shake it up. It is the Australis Liquid Strobe. Now, if you're Australian, you probably would have heard of this one. If you haven't, you need to go to Priceline and grab some. Let me show you. I don't like the packaging. That's one thing that I don't like. I tap it on to my skin with my finger. I bring it down to the top of my cheek, and I use my pinky to blend out the edges. And literally, guys, one drop is plenty. And it doesn't dry super quick, but it does eventually set. And the reason why I like that it doesn't dry super quick like the Cover FX one is because it gives you a bit more play time to blend. So generally on a typical day out, I would just leave the glow like that. And because sometimes I can be extra, I use this e.l.f. whipped cream in Lilac Petal. I mean, guys, this is $1. It's amazing. I discovered it, I think I bought it from like Walmart. Wasn't expecting much from it, but guys, I want the gold color, but I can never find it anywhere. Like whenever I go overseas to the States, I can never find the gold color in store. And online, most of the retailers that I know that sell it in Australia, it's always sold out. But Lilac Petal is so beautiful. I like the liquid strobe because I prefer a gold color for my cheekbones. For my nose, I don't mind the pink hue of this, but I like the formula of this because it doesn't seem to break up my foundation or powder. It just seems to melt into the skin and kind of just look really natural. I've been obsessed with the Tarte. Oh my gosh, I've used it so much that all the writing is scrubbed off. I don't even know what color this is, but this is, they only have one range of vegan lip liners, so this is the range that is vegan. I don't know the name because it's rubbed off. But I use this to overdraw my lips just ever so slightly and to make corrections. I find that this is a really good match for my lip color because I have very pigmented lips. In winter they're a bit more red, and in summer they're a bit more purpley. But I basically use that to line my lips and do some shape correction. And then for lipstick, I have so many favorites, but I've got to give it to ColourPop because ColourPop, it's so affordable. You can easily ship it to Australia. They've got so many color ranges. This one is called Candy Floss, and it's actually the blotted lip range. Now, I know not many people like this range for some reason. I love it. I think the blotted lip formula, it stains my lips slightly. I really like it. Now guys, most of my life I've been into orange blushes. I love peach blushes and anything orangey because I'm quite tan, as you can see, for most of the year, and I just think that's the most flattering in the sunlight that we've got in Australia. It's a very golden sunlight we have. But this year, I've just been loving the Anastasia blush kit in Gradient. I discovered this when I was in Hawaii, so it's a very new find, but I'm telling you, since I've gotten it, I haven't put it down. I don't think I ever need any other blush in my life. It is so pigmented, so like seriously, tap off as much as you can and use a very light hand. Unless you have a deep skin tone, I'm pretty sure you can use it the way it's intended if you have a deeper skin tone. But for me, just the tiniest amount. And guys, I'm using like a really, really light hand here. It is so beautiful. And I think this blush brush, the Fearless BC3, is a perfect shape for my cheek. I've got quite a big face, like it's really wide. Now for contouring, I'm going to stick with this same palette. I'm going to use the Fearless BC4 brush. I mainly like this grey colour. It's such a cool tone colour, but I also need a little bit of warmth, so I use a bit of the bronzer. Tap it off, and for me, it gives me the best contour colour. And I really find that it blends in with the blush really, really nicely, I guess because it's the same formula. This is the side of my face that is the hardest to contour because it's a little chubbier than this side. Now, I don't feel like right now I need a bronzer, but if I did want to bronze up, then this bronzer here is a great shade for me in the summer. It's a little red, but I think that's why it's great for me in the summer. In the winter though, when I want to bronze up, I love using the Hourglass bronzers. They're the Radiant Bronze Light. It warms up your complexion without looking flat. And for people who have mature skins or dry skins, I love this formula. It just makes you look like you have the most beautiful glow from within, like you've really been out in the sun. I am a little extra when it comes to highlight, okay? So the other highlight that I've been using is the Glow Kit from Anastasia, and I've been loving this color called Gumdrop. It doesn't look impressive in the pan at all, but let me show you. I don't even think the camera is going to do this justice. But it basically has a duochrome finish. If you guys want to send signals to outer space, this is the highlighter. For the first half of the year, I was using the Ardell Demi Wispy knockoffs from AliExpress. The Ardell Demi Wispies are affordable enough, but these are $1 for 5 pairs. I mean, come on guys, you can't beat it. They look really similar, they feel very similar. The quality isn't as good, but you can't really tell unless you're really examining it. And on the eye, you can't tell the difference. My clients love it. It suits most people's eye shapes. But ever since I discovered the Petite Cosmetics lashes, I've been obsessed with all of their styles. But my favorite when I want a night out and when I want makeup to show on camera is the style Fearless. I've got a backup. Now I am biased because these are Tina Yong's lashes, and Tina, if you're watching this, it's probably because I linked it to you and said, hey, watch it. But if you're watching this, I just want to say I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. You totally deserve all this success that you've been getting this year. I'm looking for my tweezers. Where are they? The lash glue that I've been using, guys, is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive, the one with aloe vera. But I'm looking for a really good vegan lash glue. My favorite non-vegan lash glue was the Revlon strip one, the one with the brush. So if you know anything that's really good, can you suggest it in the description box for me, please? I heard the House of Lashes ones are really good. I don't know if they're vegan though, I should check. I think they are though. The packaging is just so unique and so great for traveling, because gone are the days where I, put dozens of styles into little packages. I can just use the actual box it comes in. I think there are 2 strips on here if I'm not mistaken, but they're very feathery. They're natural looking, but they're still dramatic. I mean, guys, I didn't even need to cut them, and if you're Asian or you've got small or hooded eyes, you will get the issue of you need to cut your lashes, you need to make sure that they're round enough. When you take them out, you've got to bend them and make sure that they're the right shape. It's opened up my eyes so much, and they feel very light on the eyes. Let me just finish my other eye because this looks so weird. These are the kind of lashes that you wear when you want to say, hello, I've arrived. I just love supporting women and smaller companies and women who bring out cruelty-free products. I did want to shout out, she has this lash curler. I mean, look at it. It's like rose gold and it's tiny. This is the best for curling like those really stubborn lashes on the outer corners of your eye. And it's really great to pinch your natural lashes and your falsies together as well. So I just had to give that a mention. So to finish off the look, I'm just going to talk about lip gloss. This is the Ultra Glossy Lip Carouche and Colourpop collab. This I find is so similar, or gives like a really similar effect to the Fenty Beauty lip gloss. That one's vegan as well, but for the price I would rather Colourpop. I actually really like the formula of Colourpop glosses anyway. I love this kind of lip gloss. If you're a little bit more tan or deep skin tone, you know the struggle with nude lip glosses. Sometimes they just make you look dead, you know, but this, it has microfine glitters. It's not gritty at all. I can't feel it on my lips, but it just gives a really nice copper tone instead of like that really white, dead concealer look on your lips. So that's the final look, guys. I wish that in 2017 I had time to do makeup looks like this more often, but hopefully this year I will get the chance to pamper myself. I really hope this video has shown you how great cruelty-free brands can be and how there are so many vegan makeup looks that you can do, and you really don't have to miss out in the glam department when it comes to veganism. And do let me know if you've got some really great vegan makeup products. Please link it below because I think it'll be really helpful for anyone who watches this video, just to know that there is so much out there that they can try, love and feel good in. So yeah, I hope you have an awesome start to your year as well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.